Hi, my name is Tyvis Powell, former Ohio State Buckeye and national champion DB. Welcome to the Buckeye Cast. These guys was born and bred in the Buckeye State, and they like to talk Buckeye football and drink bourbon. Subscribe to the show. Now pour up a drink and pull up a stool. Here's your host, Joe Warwick. Get him, Joe.
All right, Tybus. What a lovely evening to see your face and to hear your voice. We are back. What a victory Monday, I like to call it. Folks, while you're in, drop in your comments and questions. I don't really have a question per se, but uh, just drop your comments and questions. Anything you want to say about last week's game, anything you want to say about Indiana. There's a lot to say about them. Just Google them. And we'll talk about the Hoosiers later. But don't forget to hit thebuckeyecast.com. Get your holiday shopping in. We are running a sale through this week in victory formation. Everything is on sale. So pop into thebuckeyecast.com, do your shopping, get yourself something. If you don't want to get anything for anybody else, I understand. Subscribe, like, share it with somebody. We're live on YouTube and Twitter. And we'll be back every Monday, apparently, with more games and more shows. So I got Jeff and Sean in here. They're going to join me momentarily. I have a kind of an opinion piece I took the time to write up today. I woke up in the middle of the night thinking about this. And this may sound eerily similar to something I said just a couple years ago or every year over the past 4 years since COVID and when the Cheaters didn't show up for that game. But this is a thought I've been carrying around, and I have some details about this particular game that I think people should know if you haven't heard them yet. So here it goes. Then we'll get into our good, bad, and ugly. We'll talk about the game, obviously, the highlights and stuff. And I've got some video clips, some stuff. And here it goes. Just give me a few minutes, 5 minutes, and Jeff and Sean, you guys can respond when I'm done. It's relatively short. So this was not just Ohio State dominating Michigan physically and schematically. This is how my point is entirely about how Michigan responded once the game had slipped away from them, out of their grasp. And this tells you everything about that program's culture right now. I used to, I always hated Michigan, but I respected them 70s, 80s, 90s, right up past Lloyd Carr, right up to Lloyd Carr, actually, through the Lloyd Carr era. So, but after this game on Saturday, multiple reports confirmed that 20 to 30 Michigan players stayed in the tunnel waiting for the Ohio State team to leave the field. They were setting up a trap. Now, okay, that's one thing. They're waiting to start something, not to shake hands, clearly, not to leave with class, but to provoke and to posture like they're some kind of tough guys. You know, Sharon Moore, he didn't stop it. In fact, he reportedly turned back and started chirping at Ryan Day up the tunnel. Meanwhile, Michigan security had to barricade the tunnel to keep the Michigan players from trying to come down the tunnel and escalate things. Again, awesome setup by the engineering school there at Michigan. Good job, guys. The locker rooms are right across the hall from each other. Beautiful. Good call. Anyway, a few Wolverines eventually told their teammates to knock it off, go to the locker room. So credit to those few brave souls. But the overall picture, fake toughness, manufactured rage, zero accountability from top to bottom. I'm talking from the head coach down to the position coaches and further. This was going on during the game too. We all saw it, right? I'm not just pulling things out of my ass watching the game with Ohio State colored glasses, right? Jawing after every play, trying to instigate personal fouls, which they got quite a few, baiting for ejections. It felt like that was the game plan. That was their way to win, their path to victory, right? So this is what happens when a team knows it's outclassed and chooses the fake toughness over football. If this is the culture Michigan wants to hang its hat on in this post sign stealing era, which we just got over, right? It's a pretty hollow kind of culture and legacy there. I have, final note, I have zero respect for the program, the coaches who allow it, because that is ultimately the lead that the players will follow. As a coach, you're either teaching it or you're allowing it. That's it. And I have zero respect for the players. And then ultimately, the garbage fans who support this shit. Zero respect, top to bottom, for that entire outfit. So, Jeff and Sean, thoughts?
Go ahead, Sean.
Shh, don't tell him about Sharon Moore. You know what? I love that he's their coach. Um, I think, at the beginning of the year, they were, I basically had them at 9-3. I think Vegas had them at 9-3. And they finished where they should be. They lost every team that had a heartbeat. Sharon Moore is clearly out of his league. Their schedule next year is brutal. And
And a suspension.
and their superstar new quarterback. I know he's only 18 or just turned 19, whatever the fuck, but he looks terrible. He looks the exact same as he did in the spring game. He throws that laser beam on every throw, and he doesn't have the feet. And I don't know if he's not coachable, but it doesn't seem like, I don't know who that quarterback coach is, but that kid
But
is not developed. He's
when have
not.
they ever developed a quarterback? I mean, J.J. McCarthy didn't get much
Har-
better in
Harbaugh
4 or
did
5
though.
years.
Harbaugh got him a first round. Harbaugh got him to an NFL quarterback.
Okay, that's
But
fair.
I
But
mean,
not now, though.
yeah, I mean the whole Michigan, the charade's up, man. Yeah, they're not who. I mean, they live in opposite world. Everything that they call everyone else, they do it worse on every level. They talk more shit. I mean, how many times? I mean, we've talked about it before. How many times is this tell now an after game a thing at Michigan Stadium
Uh,
between Ohio State, Michigan State, Penn State? I mean, probably no. It's probably happened in Notre Dame. They used to get in some.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
Like you
just
said, anybody with a pulse that comes in there is
Yep.
going through this. Go ahead.
and they're lost. I mean, I don't think right now what is Michigan's identity that they have a quarterback that's no good. They had a couple good running backs, but that ain't gonna win you national championships.
But yeah, Sharon Moore is clearly clinging to the Harbaugh.
But you
Prop.
got a lot of people that want more kind of out, and they know he's overclassed. These are Michigan, but no, Sharon's going to get this year. He's probably going to keep most of his coaching staff that are, I think, bums. I don't think he's got a real very that good of a coaching staff, and
That,
and I don't think you're going to see much change or development. They'll probably have a good run game. They have some good O linemen. They'll be a decent team, but their schedule next year isn't. I mean, they play Indiana, Oregon, us, Oklahoma, Iowa. There's. I mean, they got 6 really legit games next year. I mean, I can't see them winning more than 2 of them.
yeah, they did start quite a few freshmen on this offense. I know, but there's just the fake tough guy act is old. It reminds me of those Tennessee guys last year during the playoff game, coming out pregame with no shirts on. Your fucking fake ass energy is not
Oh,
gonna work, man.
Exactly, Joe. Sean, go ahead, Sean. If you were done, if you need
no,
to.
yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay.
Take it away.
Yeah, just a couple things you touched on, Joe, like the trap setting. Is that confirmed? I mean,
Yes,
I mean,
Yeah,
people
but
were
that is
there.
so
confirmed.
20 or
Yes,
30 they were gonna take on our team as we came in the tunnel, coaches and everybody, right?
well,
Yeah.
I'm talking
doesn't matter
about
how
So
stupid it is.
right.
on the M. That was basically setting a trap, like begging for a confrontation. I
Yep.
mean that's the trap right
And
there.
and
And they wheeled out equipment carts onto the M. So this was premeditated as well.
Yeah,
This
yes.
looks like it was
that's what I was
planned.
gonna say. I saw that,
Hey,
which means they thought they were gonna lose. Like, hey, when
Yeah,
we lose, guys, go defend the M.
right. When the personal foul plan doesn't work, we go to plan B. We defend the M.
Yes.
When you can headbutt refs and not fucking get kicked out of a game, you can pretty much do anything you want.
What in the entire fuck are we even doing? Come
Yeah.
on. Go ahead, Jeff. This is your
Yeah, just go. Like you said about setting the trap, like that scene with Michigan State that year where they cornered one Michigan State player. That was ugly, right? That was assault. And Sharon, it's Sharon's fucking way of like he wants to be the show tough, not be tough type. Like scare everybody with what we do. He's he's too much. I think he's like overboard players coach. When that dude came off the field when he made that 49-yarder, Sharon Moore and him have their own handshake. Like everybody's got their guys have their own handshake together. Right. Sharon's got one with his kicker.
All right.
Like that's just little things like that. And like you said, Joe, they follow the coach's leads. I think it's always from the administration because they sat by through all this bullshit and allowed Harbaugh to just they didn't like him, but they allowed him to run roughshod. And Harbaugh took all the good coaches off that staff with him. And the ones that some got indicted, some got suspended, some went with Harbaugh, some stayed.
Some will be in jail for years.
Right. So you're right. It is from the top down. I echo your words there about the program. It's blatantly obvious. Now, some of those guys might be tough. They might be tough dudes, but they're not showing. They're not being tough. They're showing tough. Well, so I mean, I don't know if that I don't know if that number 1 or number 20 was talking a lot of shit. I don't know. He might be able to.
They all were. I didn't see a dude who wasn't taking cheap
on.
shots, jumping on the pile, D linemen or laying on the running backs after everybody else is up.
And I think
offensive linemen have to pick them up off the running backs. This is a litany of stuff I could go through if I really want to cut the tape. But
yeah, it's true. That comes from the coach. That comes from Sharon. That comes from Sharon Moore.
Right.
That's the way he wants to. He likes that type of.
But this crap started under Harbaugh.
Yes.
2021.
Hutchinson taking off, untying
Hutchinson.
Cleats.
Yep.
Thummer and Fox.
That's one example. Then it just escalated into the fucking rah tough guy. We're going to try and bait you into penalties. We saw him do that with Cam Brown.
The 2012 game. The 2012 game was that's the Marcus Hall,
Roby,
Dontre Wilson,
Roby or Dontre. Yeah,
that was. I mean, they went after him like they.
Right. I know.
Well, you're right. Joe, you're right. It's this game. There's a long resume. They're building a long resume of this shit.
Right, but nobody calls them on it or does anything about it. I mean, if you're a fan, you want to be affiliated with a fucking program that does that shit? I don't. If Ohio State
they don't even know it. They
right.
They drink the Kool-Aid. They don't even realize it.
Right, I get that.
They think you did it.
Right, I know it's always the other team's fault. I get that, but still, it's just I don't know. I have zero respect for the entire program, fan base, anybody affiliated with that program. I'm done. I mean, I used to respect them, like I said, but done.
There's got to be some old Michigan guys, some like the older generations. They got to see what this isn't like. Like this isn't their Michigan. You know what I mean? This isn't Schembechler, Lloyd Carr, Gary Moeller. This isn't Michigan. Schembechler.
Well, that's the problem. If you speak up,
Bryson Moore going to be attached at the hip,
right.
And so goes one, goes the other. And I basically I heard if you get through next year and you're not in the playoffs, you can't make the top 12 by next year. Then you're probably on the hot seat the following year. I mean, it could be an immediate firing, but yeah, I mean he's in over his head.
It seems that way.
But who's going to take that job? I guess after Lane Kiffin fucks over LSU, he'll be looking for a job in about 3 years.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So, all right, let's get into the actual game itself and not the extraneous stuff. Sayin, why do we have to throw a pick in every Michigan game, like in the first quarter?
Oh my!
Second play of the game, second throw.
And they were like, "Oh, he didn't see him. He couldn't see the receiver. That guy was in front of the receiver."
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get that throw at all. At all.
He thought it was covered 2, or no, he thought it was covered 3, man to man, and it was actually covered 2 or something. I don't know. I forget. Anyways,
the corner had the flats, but nobody came to
Right.
the flats. He sunk back to the receiver. Yeah,
I don't see how you couldn't.
he forced it to Jeremiah, probably.
he thought he had the right read. They disguised the coverage well. That's really what did it.
You got
And he was set. He was set going to Jeremiah. This is his first look. What's going to be there, probably. Yeah, I tell you what, that the 2 rushes by what's his name to start the game, the 23-yarder, and then the other long run, and I was like, oh my God, don't tell me this. Don't tell me we're not gonna tackle today. And then the pick.
I know.
Then the pick. I walked outside. I hit my door, punched my door, walked outside, let family not be scared. Walked out, waited about 5 minutes, came back in, and then then the game started to evolve like we thought it would. But those first 3 minutes of that game, I had a real bad feeling in my gut. Like, don't fucking tell me this. Don't tell me this is gonna happen again.
No.
But that thought came in. That thought did come in.
Oh, it came in big time on me. I was like, "Are you?"
The way they were running the ball too.
Yeah.
I didn't lose faith. You know what I mean? But
I was like, is
oh,
everyone
shit.
going to turtle on this game? We're not going to tackle, and we're going to throw picks all day and give these losers a chance.
So we had them right where we wanted them, I guess.
Oh, that's the thing is, it was the first drive of the game. So if you're going to make all your mistakes on offense and defense in the first drive, I'm good with it because there's nowhere to go from there. But Sayin, let's see, 8 of 11 for 112 against the blitz on the day, 19 of 26, 233 yards, 3 touchdowns, a pick. He had no sacks. They had 0 pressures on Sayin. The offensive line played their best game of the year by far.
Yes, I thought I saw 1 or 2 pressures, but maybe
I did too. There was one play where he let it go, but he got pushed immediately afterwards. It wasn't a big hit, but
right.
I don't know what they're calling a pressure.
Yeah, but you're right, Joe. You're right. We did not see. In the run game, I saw Shabola's guy making tackles while Shabola's standing over top of the play.
Right.
But you're right, Joe. Pass protection. We didn't get blitzed a lot either. They tried. They're running. They never sent more than 5, really. Most of the time it was 4.
Could not get home at all.
Good. Very. That's one of the biggest pluses of watching that tape again. Watching it again today. The O-lines, they got to have a lot of confidence now going forward, right when they need to, coming off that game.
Yeah, I hope this is just a sign of things to come for the O-line because they didn't rotate Tegra out at all.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Padilla's injury is still lingering, and then I was not happy with Gabe Van Sickle. I'm sure the coaches weren't either last game. But honestly, this game looked like you could have changed uniforms with Purdue, UCLA, or Rutgers. It looked like that kind of game. Like we just went through
the second half.
A hot knife through butter.
Yeah, especially that second half. You're right.
And when they kicked that 3rd field goal in the first half, Michigan did, I'm like, this is over. You cannot bring a knife to a gunfight. This is done. We're going to score 3 touchdowns guaranteed.
I kept thinking, Joe said they're not going to score a touchdown. But when it was 2 field goals to none, I'm like, we get a touchdown, we got the lead, and the whole thing flipped.
But then we got stuffed on the goal line, and then we got a gift first down, and we still got stuffed on the goal line.
Yeah. Ask the ref if that was a gift.
Yeah, that's.
Go ahead.
I got it right here.
I think we were in on the. I'm not talking about Smiths. I'm talking about when we didn't get in. Oh, yeah. The headbutt.
I got a slow-mo version too here. I think he was trying to say that Ohio State's been headbutting, but that's not a good place for a demo, like a demonstration.
Hey, when you play D-line, the O-line and the D-line headbutt each other every fucking play.
Right.
That's football. I can't. That can't be the first time O lineman ever got him in the head. It's natural. Their heads are right.
Like, how do you like it?
They're right in
That's
front
what
of
he's
each
doing
other.
to me. How do you like it?
Well, I'm not wearing a helmet, so
I
not great.
I don't. I would pay anything to have heard that discussion with those three umpires or those three refs, and when they're talking, because and then they told one guy get out of the meeting. And I would have just loved to hear what they said because I can't imagine. Hey, can we kick him out for that? Is that
I don't know how
no?
that's
We
a
can't.
question.
Don't take
How's
nobody
that
out
not a
now.
question? How's that a question? Yeah, he's gone. The guy that got hit should have fucking ejected him right there. Thumbs up.
And I
Get
think
the fuck out.
maybe he got overruled by the crew chief because
That's fucking flimsy as hell.
that's disgusting. And I saw the Twitter reaction from a lot of the TV old retired referees.
Yeah.
That do the games. All of them. None of them agreed with that call. All of them said it's immediate ejection. I mean, there's no questions asked. Straight.
Yeah,
Do not
honestly,
have
you
to
can't
go
even
straight to
like if
jail.
you're pissed and he's got his back to you, like grab his arm and like try and like turn him towards you.
Yeah.
They'll boot your ass. You can't be touching refs.
No, you cannot touch him, period. And
This
I
ain't
just,
King versus Cass Tech,
yeah. And this is like they got a ton of home cooking from the refs.
Spoiler alert on the Good, Bad,
PIs.
Ugly.
Okay, good.
No, they had one penalty for 3 yards.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that we dominated them and it's so lopsided in their favor.
Yeah. All right, so before we get rolling into every position group here, let's go ahead with our good, bad, and ugly, and we'll start off with Jeff usually. So Jeff, hit me with your good.
My good was Julian Sayin's response after throwing the pick. According to me, 18 of 21, three touchdowns after throwing that pick.
Yeah.
And in the snow, I mean, the weather got bad quick. Very impressive. Very good
That's
to
supposed to
see
be a
him.
big deal, that weather.
That kid from San Diego, it didn't fucking bother him. And that pick wasn't it slipped out of his hand or it sailed on him.
Mm-hmm.
No, he just made the wrong read. That was very good to see him. That response in that environment. That game. It's cool, calm. They say, fuck it. All right, yeah, they got that one. All right, we're going to score the next one. And then just went on.
All right. Sean, what do you got for good?
I'm going to go with that 12-minute drive that spanned the third and fourth quarter that just said, fuck you, this game's over. What was it, 20 plays? Something like that?
Yeah, 20
It was
plays.
a
20 plays, 12 minutes.
drive.
16 rushes.
And that's the down your throat stuff that they've done to us a couple times, and just sealed a game. What we had, I didn't even know that, or I'm sure I did, and they brought it up that we only had 7 plays in the fourth quarter last year. They did that to us,
Right.
and I'm sure they had a few more than that, but I don't know how many they had in the third. So we took up most of that third quarter with that drive.
Yeah, they had the ball for 2 possessions in the third. 4 plays, 26 yards punt. 7 plays, 29 yards punt.
And that time of possession. But yeah, that drive to me, that's a championship drive right there. That you're going to need to have more of those drives. You get up, and then that's how you put a team away right there. You grind on them, run that clock.
Can you? I can't imagine being on defense for 12 minutes of game time. Oh my
It's like
God!
a half hour of life.
And you said 16 of 20 were runs.
Yes.
Cheers to Heartline and Day for that whatever conversation they had. But they were they were lock in step. Like, okay, we can do this.
Yeah.
And we had the horse to do it.
Fun little side note. Again, going to all the extracurriculars. The communications were down during that entire drive, oddly.
So the play was coming from Day then.
On that.
Day was calling the plays for that. Yeah.
Now, Joe, me and Pops were talking about that when the announcers were talking about it. In the NFL, the rule is if one team's mics aren't working, the NFL has to cut off the other teams to make it an equal. Now, I didn't know if that rule was the same rule in college, But
I don't know. Probably not.
they made no comment about Michigan having to do that, or there's no clat, and they didn't explain that rule. So I was wondering,
It should 100% be that, or you stop the
it
game
should be.
until you get the shit fixed.
Right. Right. So
It's like just
This is
a
Connor
bad
Stallion's
month.
wet
There's
dream.
rain delays. We have a technological delay. You can't give a team an advantage like that.
Right.
Either
It's the Connor
you
Stallion's wet dream.
Yeah,
It,
right.
just,
Yes, we're
it
back
goes
to
to everything we're
sideline
saying about
signals.
Michigan and how they run their shit and what they get away with. It's
Yeah.
it's just another thing on the resume.
Yeah.
It's even better. That's even knowing that we couldn't get our play calls from our OC in the booth, and we
Right.
still dominated for 12 minutes. That's even
And
better.
so that's why you saw Julian Sayin running to the sideline to get the plays
Yeah.
every down. Dude is probably winded, man. He's getting his steps in.
He's like, "Fuck, I can't throw the ball, coach. I'm running back and forth." Let him.
Man, I like
Right.
that kid.
Yeah.
Except for that pick. Damn, that was ugly.
Yeah.
I don't get ahead of myself.
Okay, my good. The Buckeye run defense. They finished the first half allowing 108 yards rushing. They finished the game with 100 yards rushing allowed. Michigan went backwards in the second half. -8 rushing in the second half.
I can live with that.
Is that any good?
It goes exactly what we all said, right? Get up 2 scores on these guys. They don't know what the fuck to do because
Right.
they're going to abandon the run, and that's the only way they can move the ball. Make Underwood, whatever the fuck you want to call him, make him be a quarterback and not just some athlete. And ta-da!
That's
it.
what Caden Curry said after the game.
Yep.
He said we wanted to make him a quarterback.
I'll give
Exposed.
Jordan Marshall this though, because he wasn't even right from the very first play.
No.
That dude cuts it up. He's going to be a problem.
Hey, tell me a year
They
that
can stay
Michigan didn't
healthy.
have a stud running back. I mean, they got it. He's
You
another
could
fucking
see him
horse.
after every play. He's basically running back with one arm limp there.
Yeah, and why they throwing balls to him that he has to reach up for?
I know it, and he couldn't catch him. And then after
They're
he
coming in
basically
hot.
pulled himself out of the game. They talk about protecting their players, and they do what's best. They put him back in the third,
Right.
and
Desperation.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. What I just talked about.
yes.
All right, let's go back up to Jeff for the bad.
Bad. I had a couple. I'm gonna go with this one. The ignorance of Michigan not changing their fucking stadium setup to the locker room issue. It's dumber than hell. Dumber than hell. Be better than this. It's been time and time again with several different teams. It's not just us, the big rivalry game. It's like you said, Joe. Any team with a fucking pulse in there, you know this is happening. It's like you're enabling it by not making any changes. Michigan's got money. They can redo that goddamn stadium, that shithole in the ground, or whatever you want to call it. They can, redesign it, put the fucking locker rooms build one on the other side, maybe. I don't know. What's on the other side of the stadium? Like every other fucking college in the NCAA. Ridiculous. Do better. Be better. You elitist fucks.
Yeah. All right, Sean, what do you got for bad?
I'm going with Bryce Underwood.
He's dog shit.
For what they paid for that guy. Again, he got to the 9-3 record, but I just I'm underwhelmed. I don't he's basically 1 year behind
New name.
Sayin, 1 year behind Sayin, but he's got as much game time as Sayin, and we'll see if Underwood is as good as Sayin is next year, because I'm just not buying it, and I don't know how you're gonna get wide receivers to go there. You just had a game where you threw it for 63 yards, and your number one receiver had none of them.
Yeah.
And watch Scagnetti come fucking chirping around Nick Marsh's house.
Well,
Hey,
I think
He-
actually, a little side note since you said that, I heard what's his name, Marsh, has entered the
Yeah.
portal
What?
for Michigan
He's-
State. Nick Marsh.
Oh,
Yeah, so Michigan fans already think it's going to be Marsh, and Marshall in their offense.
He's not. I think he wants to go to compete for some hardware
Yeah,
and up his draft status.
I,
I think you going to Michigan
that'd be
isn't
smart.
where you'd want to go to. This is his one and done. Like, all right, I'm gonna go 1 year, one place, and then go to
Yeah,
draft.
he stayed home and it didn't work out.
Yep.
I, and you know this, every coach, not just Ohio State, but every coach that's going to see this tape, this game film, and all the extracurriculars, everybody's going to negative recruit against Michigan for shit like this. Anybody
Well,
that's got,
easy.
you know,
Yeah,
and they're like, this is the low class shit. You want to go? You're above this, kid. You want to go be a part of this, and they're going
I
to just
mean,
go to those little like,
I wouldn't mind Heartline giving Nick Marsh a call. I mean, we're gonna be losing Tate.
sure. Yeah,
nah.
no doubt. All right. For bad, uh, jeez, so many things for the cheaters I could go with. How about this? 42 total plays. The Buckeyes almost doubled them up. We had 73. 42 total plays, 1 of 9 on third downs.
Not great, Bob.
Not what you're hoping for, I'm sure. And I can tack on one more little fugly item for the cheaters. 20 minutes time of possession. Another 2-to-1
Huh.
ratio for the Buckeyes. 40 minutes to 20 minutes. That's bad. Jeff, back around to you for the ugly.
I have an ugly and a bonus. So if you guys don't take the other
Okay.
one, I just want to throw it in at the end. My
All right,
ugly, first ugly, blatant, obvious. The fucking not ruling that ball uncatchable on Matthews' PI call along the sideline.
yeah, yeah.
That ball landed
Yeah,
8 yards out of bounds. Nobody's catching that fucking ball on the sideline.
that was
Nobody.
weak. That was a weak call to begin
Nobody.
with.
You need like a 15-foot A-frame ladder to climb up and then jump off. Give me a fucking break. Egregious, horrible call. I mean, there's a bunch, but that one there, I was like, the
Again,
contact was there. Yes, the contact was there, but by the rule, if the ball is uncatchable, the contact is null and void.
home cooking all day long.
You didn't even see the ball. The ball went out of frame. You couldn't even
Right.
see the
I
ball.
know. I
Like,
know.
I know.
I know it.
Yeah.
I'm like, nobody's catching that. Nobody. No human.
John, what
Ugly
do you
as
got
hell.
for ugly?
Okay, ugly. I had some ugly ones, but I'm just going to change it now. Ugly's going to be this take that I give you.
Ooh.
Um,
Hmm.
Ohio State needed to win this year, and Ryan Day needed to exercise that demon. But I could see myself in other years not caring and almost wanting to lose this game if it's the last game of the year. I equate it to basically what an NFL team does when they've locked up home field advantage and they don't play their quarterback or their starters, the last week or two of the regular season. And to me, again, I think we needed this win against Michigan, but um, that it's the last game of the year, I'm not so sure that I'm mad if we're going to change it to the middle of the year. Might mean more to me then, because this one, if it's the last game, Ohio State basically to me had a first round bye locked up, and I'm
Yeah.
like, is there any benefit for Ohio State to win this game? Then we got to go play a hell of a team this weekend in Indiana,
Hmm.
beat the crap out of each other, and then see each other probably again in the playoffs. I long term and for the whole goal for me is winning natties, and that's being placed above my wanting to beat Michigan because those things are changed now. They're different goals, and one might not help me get to the other.
Yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
I think every team that's in line to play in a championship game this week, especially in the Power Four, are probably not pumped about it.
I know.
Bama, Georgia.
I, I was trying to look at Kirby like, is he happy that he won this game, or would he not have minded letting Georgia Tech win 1 out of 8 of the past 8?
Well,
I
Because
mean,
look what happened
I
with
mean the, the
Texas.
just
other
playing for
thing too
seeding.
is it kept Michigan out, which is another
Right.
just slap in their
Right.
face because they would have got in if they'd have beat us for sure.
I would, Sean. I kind of feel what you're saying. I do. I understand what you're saying. I would hate for this game to get to that point, Sean. If teams are resting their starters, and someone team's
If
packing
we
it,
beat Michigan the last 4 years and everything else was the same or whatever, and we won a natty last year, and we're sitting where we're at right now, and everybody has 2 losses, and we can lose this game, let Oregon or Michigan go play Indiana next week, and we get that week off, and we get the bye week. I mean, that is you can't write a better
well, okay. On
setup.
to set up on that, uh, we go to 16 teams, do away with the conference championship games
Exactly.
because you're making the money on the extra playoff games.
Yep. This week should be round 1 of the playoffs. 100%. Been saying it
get
for
ahead of
years.
this. CFP committee, get ahead of this, and don't let it get to be ugly like with teams sitting starters for these rivalry games or at the end of the year and shit like that because of these conference championship games. If you're trying to lose on purpose to jockey yourself in position in the bracket, then that's
Especially
wrong.
when you want to give,
There's a
especially
problem.
when you want to give Notre Dame automatic bids every time.
Right.
You know,
So I mean, so that's what has to happen to do away with these conference championship games, because if nobody wants to play in them, if both teams playing in it would be better off health wise, position wise, not playing in it. If that's every fucking conference, if that's us and the SEC year after year with these 16 teams coming in, because it's going to go to 16 probably at least. We got to come on. Don't let the conference championship games, because people won't watch. If we sit 5 starters on our offense, nobody's watching. I'm not watching the conference. I'm not watching that game.
That's my bad take, or that's my ugly take.
All right.
That would be the ugly part of the system, for sure.
For my ugly, the Michigan drive chart. This is putrid. Well, first of all, you only had 9 total drives, and was the total plays 44? Yeah, 44, 43, whatever. It goes field goal, punt, field goal, half, punt, INT, drive home safely. Matty P, I don't know what we can say about him in this defense, but they really got something special going on. And with 2 or 3 of the best defensive players in college football on our team, that helps.
And on top of that, Joe, I think we have 3 or 4 of the best position defensive coaches in college football.
Yeah.
I mean, the coaching staff.
Top.
The coaching staff's an all-star. It's an all-star coaching staff as well.
Sure.
So our kids are developed, and we get the talent, and they're developed at the highest level.
Yeah. All right. So let's touch on some of the position groups here. We talked a little bit about Sayin going for 233, 3 touchdowns and 1 pick. 8 of 11 for 112 versus the blitz, but still the kid's been composed all year long. Like I said, it looked like he was playing against Purdue, Rutgers, UCLA, just changed the unis. He was untouched all day long. Bo
NFL
Jackson,
quarterbacks want that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Bo Jackson, 22 carries.
NFL quarterbacks would take that 8 to 12.
Yeah, for 117. And this was the Bo Jackson show in the first half. 4 catches for 49. Some huge little dump off passes that went for big yardage. Yep,
great hands.
The Buckeyes outrushed the Cheaters 184 to 100. Yeah, and Bo Jackson was the key in that 20-play, 81-yard drive.
Almost felt like he was getting stronger as the game goes on, and that's a sign of like a next level running back. Where once they get their 5, 6, 10 to 10 carries, now they're like done. Now they're warmed up and going.
And the O-line's leaning on the defense.
And we did it the way that our team is set up to be. We didn't go out there and try to prove and ran right at their strength like last year's game plan. We ran our offense and then was able to switch to the run to then finish them. Not try to just run it down their throats and not use the high performance card that we have with our receivers and deep threats.
Well, that was a sick run.
Yeah,
was that the one?
The stutter step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm
jacked.
the whole time I'm yelling, I'm like, you just got to go. You just got to go. Go to
And
the
I always
corner.
bust him on his speed because I don't know. It seems like he gets caught, but yeah, that was some
Hey,
hops right there.
that's a true
He made just
freshman
that little
breakthrough.
duck in.
That'll be remembered. His big plays as a freshman. I mean,
Yeah.
if he stays healthy and goes on to have the career that he's destined to, so far, that's big time, true freshman protecting the ball,
Yeah.
huge, and
That was,
in the
yeah.
weather.
He's really improved on everything, the pass pro, everything. I got no complaints about him. Receivers and tight ends. Carnell Tate, 7 targets, 5 catches, 82 yards, and the big 50-yard touchdown. Let me see
Looked
if I
healthy.
can dial
That
that
was
up here.
butter. That was just.
Here you go.
Looked healthy right there. I mean, Tate looked great on Saturday.
Nobody home.
Look at Tate,
King.
or I mean, look at Sayin able to step up in that pocket and just unleash just the protection, and he finds the spot, gives himself a chance.
Nobody is home, dude. Look at around Tate. Jesus. It's Jeremiah Smith that created that opening. Jeremiah
Yeah.
was on the far right, and he ran I think he was going to run like a corner.
And they were when they showed replays and there was the all 22 view, they were rolling over top of Jeremiah every time. I
Yeah.
I They didn't do the same with Tate, but a lot of I think master plan by the coaching staff and the trainers and everybody keeping their tight lip, not letting anything out about Tate. Even us we're thinking we don't know if it's real or not. We don't know if
I'm
he's
going
injured or
back to
not.
thinking he got
You
in some
know,
trouble and they didn't let him play because he looks fine. He looks
Yeah.
absolutely fine.
Yeah.
but it's just like usually something gets leaked. Sources told me that he's but it was great by the coaching staff because he looked healthy. No limping, no nothing. The tough
So
hook, the tough routes, everything.
we should expect Jeremiah and Carnell to be full go this week, is my expectation. Because coming out of that game, Ryan Day said that they're as good as they should be. So
And no other
Jeremiah,
major injuries, right? No other major
right,
injuries.
4
Too?
targets, 3 catches, 40 yards, 1 touchdown. I believe I have that quickly. Here, watch 10 get broken off.
Oh yeah.
Eh,
Oh,
And this could have been ruled the other way.
What's
I'm
that?
glad I'm glad.
I'm so amazed it wasn't. I thought for sure this is the kind of call. I've never
Mhm.
seen that call made in my entire life, and I thought sure as shit it was going to get called against us.
The way that game was going right at that point, I thought I expected it. Yeah.
I don't think it would have mattered.
I
No,
don't
I
think
don't
so
either.
either.
I don't either. Sharon, he said, yeah, he talked about it. He didn't completely, bang on it. And him and Portnoy both, they almost sounded identical. Portnoy and Sharon were talking about
Okay.
the game unfolded. But I expected that call to go against us because it could have.
Max Clare, 5 targets, 3 catches for 20. Wilkes Merrick, 3 targets, 2 catches for 30. Had the big 25-yarder
catch.
right down the seam.
Great.
Had to
Yes.
go up and get it. Brandon
Great.
Innes,
That was.
BI, just 2 targets, 2 catches, but had the easy
On the
touchdown there on the rub route from Clare. So receivers dominating. I mean, not huge numbers, but we didn't expect to go out and throw for 400 and some yards. So
No, but
The rush was working so well.
yeah,
and what we said, we thought we could win the one-on-one battles, right? We knew we had
Yeah.
we had the advantage, and we didn't. Yeah, we wouldn't go out there and like Ryan Day's like, I know we can dominate him in the pass. We're gonna throw 50 times and light him up. No, and he didn't get bullheaded and stubborn about trying to just out tough him running the ball. The game plan, the play calling was great. It's like the pass almost set up. The pass allowed for the run. The pass got the lead, then the run finished them. That's how you want to do it. You don't want to have to just beat on people and then go up top because that's the predictable way.
we talked about all of these points.
Yes.
How
Yes.
Ohio State was successful. We talked about this last Monday.
We are real fucking
Their
smart.
secondary
Actually.
could be got, And this is not the D line of Grant and Grant. Fairly obvious.
And we didn't run right at him to make him great. To give him a chance to be great.
So
Just great
offensive
game plan.
line, 0 sacks, 0 pressures, dominated Michigan's front for 40 minutes time of possession. Yeah,
Our tackles
I
played
got
their
no
asses
complaints.
off. Both tackles.
They've taken a lot of shit, especially from me. Tagra's taken a ton from me on this show and others. So high fives all around. I don't know. I got no complaints.
You outrush your rival in the game, and which is a very key stat in the record of that game, the rushing totals. You no sacks on your quarterback in shit weather, and on an opposing team stadium with the noise. I don't remember any false start penalties either, or like illegal procedures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there wasn't a lot of
They were
guys
talking
not
about
hearing
that
shit.
stat
So.
on the leading rusher, and I mean,
Yeah.
it's to me it's kind of happenstance because the leading team starts sitting on the ball and grinding out the run just like we did. But
Right.
before we started grinding out the run like that, they were leading. So I mean, it's kind of you didn't win because you were running the ball so well. Typically in this game, it's like you were winning late and you started running the ball a lot more.
Which is this is cool to say though, because like when they know you're gonna run and you're gonna run because you're eating clock and they know you're gonna do that
in the
and you're
weather,
still able to do
everything
it.
they wanted,
That's the
in the
fucking best part.
snow, in the cold, just the way they wanted it.
Yeah. Bennett Christian did have a procedure penalty down there near the goal line that they scored on.
That's right. Yep.
So yeah,
Okay.
but that might have
But
been
overall,
the only procedure.
the offensive line, cheers. Y'all get your fucking whatever prize they get for extra flapjacks breakfast. I don't
Some
know.
more, right? Held Michigan to 163 total offense, 63 passing, 100 rushing. Like I mentioned, the -8 in the second half rushing. Obviously, 0 touchdowns. First time since 2007 in the Ohio State-Michigan game. No touchdowns allowed. D-line, Cade McDonald was a monster. He led the defense in PFF grade. He was in the backfield. Tywan Malone, I was impressed with.
Yes. Kenyatta played a great game. I thought
Yeah.
Curry did too when he wasn't getting tackled by the old lineman.
Right. Yeah, he had 4 pressures. Kenyatta did. Caden Curry was in there in the backfield. D-line really showed up. Remember a few months ago before the season started, we were very concerned about the defensive tackle depth.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the starters, honestly.
Yeah.
We liked what Caden did when we saw him, and with Edric Houston as well. Tyron Malone was an afterthought. He was the depth that we were concerned about.
Yep.
Larry Johnson's a good fucking coach, man. And his assistants. I mean, our D line. They're dialed in. Those guys played their ass off, and we didn't rotate a lot. I didn't see a lot of Bo Atkinson. I didn't see a lot of Zion Grady. I didn't see a lot of. I mean, Houston.
They did. Atkinson got 0 snaps. I looked at the snap counts.
Yeah.
Curry and Kenyatta played the entire game.
Right. Yep. They only played 15 guys.
Well, they only had 44 plays. I mean, fuck, they weren't tired.
Right. No.
You play good enough, you don't have to play so many plays.
And they only played 3 linebackers. Let's see. Pierce had 12 snaps on the game. So they really didn't play a lot of 3 linebacker, a 4-3 kind of setup.
No, and we got gashed on one of them. We got gashed the one big run off the left tackle. Right. I think by what's his name? How do you pronounce that name? Kurtzdahl?
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. On one of his runs, Pierce got sealed in. Should have been in the hole, but what happened is exactly what we all thought would happen. We get up on them. They don't know what to do because they can't move the ball down the field through the air.
Well, yeah, they're completely one-dimensional. Secondary corners, Matthews, Igbinosun, solid after some garbage penalties. Again, plenty of home cooking. Lorenzo Styles looked healthy. No issues there.
Yes.
Yeah. Some solid tackles. Caleb Downs played every down. He just took away the tight ends, zone reads. Yeah.
He's a beast.
That's another game. I bet if you watch the all 22s, like the aerial view, it's another game where his stat line is not probably great. It's not stand out like he's not the Ed Reed type, crazy stats, but he eliminated a lot of their possible chances. Like he probably took so much shit away and read so much stuff. He probably had some other people get in the right position to make plays.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't do his stat line does not do the justice that that guy does for our defense.
Same with Arvell Reese. He was out there. They move him around a lot in different things and work him around, and they try to avoid him as best they can. A few times that they didn't, I mean, he smacked that one dude.
And I saw Sonny. I saw Sonny flash more than Arvell. Arvell made every play that came to him, but Sonny, I think that attention to Arvell may have just freed up Sonny's, being free and able to fly the ball. Sonny Styles was playing with his hair on fire.
Here's Arvell, a couple back-to-back plays that he made. I don't know how 42 thought he was going to outshake Arvell in the backfield.
He just eliminates them. Like, he just eliminates their play. Like, whatever you're doing, no, it's over. It's done.
Bang.
Bang. Fuck yeah. Just done.
Yeah. So some of the big moments on defense, back-to-back red zone stops in the first quarter to hold them to field goals.
Huge.
After the pick.
Right.
Defense picking up the offense.
There changes the total complexion of the game. 4 straight punts to open the second half. And IGB with the INT in the fourth quarter. And helmet removal. Good job. Michigan had 0 points, 0 red zone trips, 0 explosives in the second half, except maybe some diarrhea.
Because all their explosives all year, and they were one of the most explosive, was all running plays.
And they hit at least three over 20 yards in this game.
Yeah.
And ended with 100. I love the stat, Joe. 108 rushing yards at the end of the half. Finished the game with 164 total.
100 rushing total.
I mean, like, I'm saying, total yards were 164. Jesus Christ, underwhelming. You're right. That's the new name, Sean. I like that. Underwhelming.
Or overpaid.
We talked about this last week, that if they don't break off a bunch of those big runs, that's the bulk of their offense, right? Those big 50, 60-yarders.
100%. 100%. I mean, they got the backs to do it. They got the number one kid coming in next year. So next year it's going to be that whoever Marshall kid and this new freshman that are going to be like Justice Haynes and Marshall were this year. They're going to be a good running team.
Yeah, always. Yeah. I mean,
plus Haynes will be back.
Yeah.
I think he's going. Leave. I think he's leaving.
Really?
Yeah.
He didn't put up much of a resume this year.
He had good numbers till he got injured.
I think he was leading the country when he got injured, and
numbers were good. Big yards per carry. But we'll see. I mean, somebody might transfer too. I mean, they're not going to be safe, from people trying to poach their players too. Talking about their lack of.
Who's going to transfer? I mean, if the new running back's he's going to come in there. Marshall, he already knows Marshall's there. Yeah. He's going to be happy to split time. You almost have to in college anymore.
Sure.
And I don't know. I think they'll keep them. And as far as poaching players, who's anybody won on that team? Maybe some old linemen.
I don't know.
But
they've gone through a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
I think they got 3 young guys that were starting in that game. That I don't know.
All the linemen will be returning. No seniors. I know that.
Oh, all of them?
Well, except that Al Hadid or whatever the fuck. I think he's gone, but I think the rest of them are all either freshmen, redshirt freshmen, or sophomores. In that game, I don't know what the guys that were injured are coming back. I don't know about that. But.
Yeah. All right. Anything else from the game we need to cover? We got to get into this Indiana preview.
Here in OHIO, through that big house.
Yeah,
and the screen. I mean, the colors. I mean, most screenshots had a fair amount of red in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can't blend that in. Is that a crimson or is that a garnet or no?
It kind of washes it out.
When there's navy blue,
The Scarlet drowns out that maze.
It does. Yeah. Definitely pops on screen. Yeah. So all around, top to bottom, front to back, that was a straight up ass
Side
kicking.
side.
Yeah. So all right, let's get into it. Big Ten championship. Last two unbeaten's in college football. Ohio State, Indiana, in Indianapolis, 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Um, Buckeyes are favored by 5.5. I've also seen 6. I'll check the latest
Okay.
spread in a second. So yeah, this is going to decide the Big Ten title, number 1 seed in the playoff, and possibly the Heisman Trophy winner. So a lot of hardware riding on this game.
I was in that agreement. I was in that thought process of the Heisman, with Sayin and Mendoza.
Yeah.
It'd be something weird, like if whatever team wins and the quarterback has, in spite of the quarterback, the other quarterback's not going to get it either. So then it would trickle down to somebody else. But I pretty much it's going to be, if the winner of this game, the quarterback is going to get the Heisman. I would lay money on that. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. This is the winner of this game gets the Heisman.
Yeah.
Unless, like I said, unless the game's just like weird and it's 13-10.
Right.
Well, we don't have to worry about Jeremiah Love playing in a conference championship game.
We
I think it's a skate on by.
Sick Irish burn.
He's out of it anyway.
Okay.
He'll get invited on stage.
Good. Indiana has a top 5 national rankings in both total offense and total defense. Both teams are in the top 5 in yards per play, offense and defense. We know Coach Sig's story. Just Google him. He just signed a $93 million extension. Where did Indiana get this kind of money? Fucking Cuban kicking in some bills here.
I think so.
It's nice. Must be nice. So yeah, Mendoza, the Spanish bullfighter, leads FBS with 32 touchdown passes. He's a 72% completion guy, 9.4 yards per attempt. Tack on 6 rushing touchdowns. That gives him 38 total scores to you and me. He is the Heisman favorite right now. I'm seeing him at plus 125. Julian Sayin right behind him at plus 135.
That's what I saw. So, I mean, to me, that's the neck and neck that where this game, whoever wins it or looks, I mean, I guess, like Jeff said, it could be a weird game where one guy throws for 4 touchdowns and the other team runs it down their throat and they still lose. Where you give it to the quarterback, maybe,
Yes.
but I just don't think that's going to happen.
Right.
Winner take all.
Yeah, I think
our guy number 10 just broke the NCAA regular season record for completion percentage with 78.9%.
And it's down from where it was.
Yeah, he was over 80 for the entire season until last week?
Till his starters sat out a game. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, we're just fucking around playing in the back lot with these bullshit.
David Adolph and Bryson
that's
Rodgers.
the NCAA record?
Yeah, I think Bo Nix had it at like 76 or 77%, something like that, when he was at Oregon.
Wow.
I would have picked one of those Texas Tech or Houston quarterbacks back in the day.
They ran a lot of screens and behind the behind line of scrimmage shit, typical. So yeah, Indiana's got the explosive offense here. Rushing attack ranks number 9 in the country, 230 yards per game, 5.6 yards per carry. Roman Hemby, Keelan Black, they combined for 1,600 yards, 13 touchdowns. And then you got Kobe Martin adds 450 yards on a 6.6 yards per carry average. And you got 5 upperclassmen O-line starters. So left tackle, Carter Smith is supposed to be a stud right there. And then on defense, Stephen Daly.
Mikowski on that O-line that's
right. Yeah, one of those seasoned veterans. Yep. Who's the other guy? Oh, Pat Coogan came over from Notre Dame. I don't know if Michalski is still starting or what. He's probably injured. Seems like he got injured a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stephen Daly leads the entire FBS in TFLs with 18. Indiana leads the Big Ten in TFLs with 103 as a team. Second in sacks. Yeah.
And they played us. Or they played not us. They played Oregon and Penn State. Really, their toughest 2 games, right?
Right.
Illinois, they blew out Illinois.
Right.
Oh yeah, that was. Illinois missed a lot of serves on defense that game, but still, yeah, that was a blowout. And Signetti, one thing that we have not done and never tried to do, never cared because we don't feel we have to do it. Signetti was running. He was chucking the ball down the seams, up 4 or 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Stats.
Look at these.
He's a maniac, serial killer.
Look what he's doing against
I'm not
FCS
knocking
teams.
it. I just you got to delve into those stats for a little bit.
Look at these scores against Kennesaw State 56-9, Indiana State 73-0. Do you really need to run it up on Indiana State? Seriously?
Well, they're gonna say Grambling. You scored 70 on Grambling,
right?
So
Illinois
we did it different
63-10, Michigan State 38-13, UCLA 56-6, Maryland 55-10. So Purdue 56-3.
Yeah,
last game.
That's a pre-playoff mentality. That's when you need the style points to get that 4th spot, over the 5th spot. You don't need that anymore, especially when you're undefeated.
Yeah, apparently.
I don't knock him for doing it, because they came out of nowhere. Now it's the second year. His James Madison guys are going to be gone. It's all going to be recruiting now. He's going to have to recruit a quarterback, not just pull a 5th-year guy or something out of the portal. So
why?
Well,
Who says?
You're not going to keep doing that. You're not going to keep running a senior quarterback every year.
He's got Mendoza's little brother.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Well,
he came in. He gets in most games.
Just saying, their threat level is they're for real. Indiana's for real. It's a legitimate threat. What I saw them do to Oregon,
midnight.
What I saw them do to Oregon was impressive because they took it to Oregon and they out physical to Oregon.
Yeah, that was kind of shocking, actually, especially when you see Oregon right now, the way they're running the ball and playing defense.
And it was at fucking Austin State too. So
right.
I feel like Oregon started kind of slow. Like they didn't look that good until here recently. Beating USC and Washington.
They did, yeah.
I was kind of suspect on those guys.
And I saw a prediction where it might look like we like us and Oregon might be flip flops from last year, and we might face them coming out the bye in that 8-9 game.
I don't like that one bit.
No, it's like out there everybody bitched about how Oregon got the shaft by having to play us first game. The way it looked, that we could end up playing them, the same way. But the seeding should be better this year with not having the conference champs automatic, top seeds. But
yeah, maybe we can.
Oregon's that team, I think, more than Bama.
Get Ole Miss to win their first one against a BYU or something, and we get Ole Miss or BYU.
A laneless Ole Miss.
Laneless.
Isn't he going to take like half the coaching staff with him too?
I heard. I have the report I read was he plans the entire offensive coaching staff is expected to go with him. Everybody he's taking.
Yeah, Sunday he said to his staff, "If you're not on that plane to Baton Rouge tomorrow, you don't have a job."
So there's that.
So that's
What's my seat? What's my seat, Coach?
So what is Ole Miss supposed to do for an offense? I mean, there's going to be a couple. There's going to be a few remnants that stay.
And think about the recruits too. The freshmen that
you got a job, man.
That's what you would think that maybe so they're going to have like one of the defensive staffers, probably the interim coach. You can't imagine the whole offensive staff leaving. What if like the analyst, the OC, the quarterback coach, receiver coach, running back, if they all went, and just what if that.
Well, they got 3 weeks to figure it out.
But they're not letting. But he's not staying, right? I know he's going now to LSU, right? He's not going to stay and coach then.
Oh yeah, Jesus, could you imagine?
He go.
I saw the clip of that.
All right,
When he
let's
went,
focus on this game, please.
Yep.
We can come back to that in a minute.
Okay. All right.
I wanted to talk about the secondary real quick because we may have some advantages here. They do have 16 interceptions. They have only allowed 6 passing touchdowns. That's the best TD to interception ratio in the country. Lewis Moore, 5 picks, 68 tackles. Amari Farrell, 4 picks, 7 PBUs. You also got Devin Boykin, Aiden Fisher chipping in some key snaps. But I was going through these DBs. Lewis Moore, I don't know what position he plays, but he's a defensive back, 5'11", 200 pounds. Pay attention to the heights. D'Angelo Pons, 5'9", 170, defensive back. Jamar Sharp looks like he doesn't play a ton, just 35 tackles on the year. He only played a little bit. Yeah, he's played a little bit, but he's a 6'1", 187. Devin Boykin, 5'10", 195, 5'10". You do have Amari Farrell. He's 6'2", 200. And Lewis Moore, 5'11", 200. So my point being, these guys are a little undersized in the defensive backfield. Thoughts?
Well,
How tall's, I mean, I don't know. How tall's Matthews? Isn't he like 5'10", 5'11"?
Yeah, he's like 5'11", I think. Maybe a little bit more.
The 5'9".
But he's not going up against Jeremiah and Carnell in most games.
Right.
to be honest,
Jump balls, yeah, it's going to be tough for them. But, if they got the feet, it's more about the positioning and where you're at and making that critical thing. If it's a jump ball, then, yeah, there's an advantage there. But,
I just think
at 5'10", if you're that good, it doesn't have to be a disadvantage for you.
I just think of the Oregon game in the Rose Bowl last year and going against their corners. They got smoked.
yeah, and they were highly regarded. To
But
be honest,
undersized.
yes, and I have not seen. Honestly, don't remember. I remember like Indiana's defense or Indiana's offense, what they did against Oregon, but I don't none of the defensive players or their scheme or anything really stand out to me. I didn't watch a whole lot of Indiana football this year either, but just looking at the resume, you said stat wise they're top 5 defense. It seems like it came out of nowhere. I like our chances against any defense in the country.
They're just a disciplined, inspired. They play inspired football. They play like that Signetti. They play with their ass on fire, and they get after it.
But I think they have talent. It's not just a smoke and mirrors kind of thing.
And they gathered it all underneath, like under everybody's noses. Like where did Indiana? Until coming into last year, I had no idea Indiana was going to be anything.
I don't know. We smashed the shit out of Indiana last year. They got into a big boy fight and got smashed. That wasn't even a tough game for us.
And Notre Dame showed them that too. Notre Dame did the same thing.
Right. I'd say they're a more complete team this year than they were last year.
Agreed.
I mean, I am impressed. I am impressed with how
we haven't faced
quickly
a team
he turned that
good,
around.
No,
and they've not faced a team nearly as good as us.
That's for sure. So, yeah, just looking at the stats, I mean, I can run down a million numbers, but they're better. But I mean, again, playing who, kind of other than Oregon. Penn State was beaten. They were, without their leader. Other than that, I mean, do you get credit for beating Iowa? I guess 20-15. I don't know.
And remember that Penn State game? That was a Heisman moment for Mendoza and a hell of a catch in the back of that end zone. That's what I mean. That was a nail biter down to the wire against Penn State.
That was Mendoza's fault. He's the one that got him in that mess.
Yes, but people remember the touchdown pass. You know what I mean?
Right.
No,
it was an amazing catch. Yeah.
So yeah, they didn't blow out Penn State. Like they didn't do Penn State super dirty and like way dominate them way worse than we did or anything like that. They were in some dogfights. I would play their asses off against them. So they're not
Right.
they're not some juggernaut that everybody that we got to expect to score 40 to win.
I think
No.
they punch above their weight. They're really good at it, and they're
Yeah.
gonna have their hands full.
Yeah, I think they're one of those teams that we run into once in a while that is good, but
And
how
confident.
deep are they? You know,
Mhm.
if okay, say your starter goes down at a corner or receiver or running back,
Yep.
who's behind him?
Right.
How good's that guy?
This
he
is a
former
dangerous
four-star?
team where if you throw that early pick after you have a drive down the field and maybe a couple burst plays, this team will start feeding on it and start believing in themselves.
Well,
They're
and they can get
dangerous.
in the end zone. Like
They can.
we can hold
Exactly.
Michigan to a long field goal.
Yeah.
We do that against Indiana on a short field. Indiana will score. They will score points, and then now we have our hands full because now it's like we have the team to be able to just go and play any type of game with anybody. Yes, but I was like you said, so like a crucial interception or a crucial turnover with a short field to an offense that's this good. Even our great defense they're gonna give up points. Penn State game.
Yeah.
We fumble the ball.
Their D's nothing to sneeze at. They're second in points allowed. You know.
Yeah. They're tops in turnover margin in all of college football.
And nobody knows a single player on that defense. I couldn't tell you. I mean, you just ran through some names though earlier, but
I did see a quote from the linebacker that said he wants to prove that he's the best in the country. Now, maybe that was out of context. Maybe it's his team that they're the best in the country, but
Yeah.
I thought that was a little bold.
Yeah, it is. That's very bold. Both teams dominate in time of possession. Yeah, that Rodriguez guy's going to win the fucking.
Yeah, you're going to be the third best linebacker on the field, dude.
Right. The Buckeyes. Red zone defenses. Buckeyes are number 1 in the country. IU's red zone offense is number 17. Both teams have tops in the country, top 5 third down defenses. So can the Buckeyes stop the run? Number 1, because that's a top 5 rushing attack. Can Julian Sayin not make any mistakes, or at least limit them to 1 only? Because we can overcome 1 single mistake typically, unless it's late in the game. And then can we maybe win the turnover battle, or just contain this offense? Because the offense is really the only thing that worries me.
Can we split? Get a split. If like we finally got that interception from Michigan to make it 1-1 in the turnovers, it can't be lopsided because their offense they are so good, and if our defense is coming back out there short field, winded, getting off the field and having to run back out, and you're right. Turnover battle will be way more. I think will be the more telling stat than even rushing yards.
We got some comments to get to before we get out the door. So let's go ahead with our score predictions and our microscopes. I got a updated spread of 4.5. Buckeyes by 4.5.
4.5.
I guess
Going
you
down.
could call it seems like a neutral field, kind of. But over under 48. So, Jeff, let's start with you with your score prediction.
48, huh? What does Vegas know? I would have thought it was higher with these offenses. On turf, I'm going to go 32-24 Buckeyes.
Okay. Cover and over.
Cover and
All right.
over.
Sean, what
Big
do you
Ten
got?
champs.
I'm going, how about 31-17?
31-17, okay. Yeah, I can see them getting in the end zone a couple times. Yep. Okay. I'm kind of right there with you. I don't think they crack 20 points. I'm going to go 34-20. cover, over. I don't think they can score with us against our defense. Matter of fact, I think 20 points is maybe too much to give them. But they do have playmakers, good running game. Quarterback is a threat with his legs. So I give them the benefit of the doubt there. 34-20, and the Buckeyes take home some more hardware. All right, let's do microscopes. Jeff, who do you have on offense?
We're excluding Julian Sayin at this point, right? It's a quarterback. We're not.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yeah.
watching him. We expect him to play great. And I'll go. I'm gonna go back to Bo Jackson. Can you double up? Can you make a type of run like Zeke did when he went to stardom in 2014? The Michigan game, the Big Ten championship, and then playoffs. Can he level up and top what he just did in the big house or the big shithole?
You do have to be a little, concerned about that freshman wall, right? At some point.
Usually you see it by now, but the way we've shared carries and split carries, I think we've gotten past it. But you don't know. I mean, he doesn't seem. There's been no mention of him on any type of reports. Health wise, we don't know of anything getting dinged. He never looks like he's been hurt or anything like that. So you got to think he's going to come in here 100% healthy. He didn't take a lot of big hits in that game, where he looked beat up. So I'm looking for him to build upon that breakthrough showcase game.
Okay, Sean, what do you got for offense?
Yeah, I don't care. I'm taking Julian Sayin. How do you not take Julian Sayin?
All right.
Well, fuck. All right, Sean. Yeah, we're all gonna keep our eyes on Julian Sayin. We expect him. We're gonna see if he plays good.
Right, the whole world's eyes are going to be on Julian Sayin and Mendoza.
Well, then what are we doing?
This is the Heisman battle, and go out there and cement it.
I expect that kid to shine. I expect him to shine like he has.
Receivers on the short track, I'm with you, man. I think Indiana's going to be a little bit overwhelmed with what's coming. I hope that we can keep the intensity level, after that win. I think that was emotional for everybody.
Yeah. All right. I'm going O-line because without them, none of this happens. Bo Jackson doesn't break off anything. Julian Sayin gets rocked. So O-line, let's. I hope we're peaking right now.
I know. Gosh, please let them be peaking. This is the run. 4 more games.
Yeah. This is what we did last year. Maybe this is, last year's blueprint that they're employing again this year. Hopefully that's it. That's the case. And let's just stay healthy.
Than last year.
Right.
But the thing is, though, it's not all the same guys that you're asking them to do the same thing again. These are new guys that are fucking hungry to want to do what the guys ahead of them did. So it's not like, hey guys, you turned it up last year, turn it up like you did. We can't. It's not guys that have done it and want to just flip a switch, because that's very difficult. These guys are fucking hungry for it.
Right. So I got O-line, the entire group, all 5 starters.
I remember how much you laughed at me when I said the O-line a couple weeks ago. but
it's fluid. It's fluid.
I've taken it. I've taken the O-line in the past. It is fluid, all over the place. Jeff, what do you got on defense?
Why would I go off of IGB?
Okay.
My man is playing his ass off. I cheered him for flipping the helmet off. I would have fucking done it too. I would want the world to see me too. Knowing the game's in hand, fuck that 15 yards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was no damage done.
I don't want that dude. I don't want him to change one bit. He's a controlled Damon Arnett, and I love it.
Right. Sean, what do you got on defense?
I'm going with my new favorite guy, K-Mac.
Okay.
Let's would you say they got the second best run game, or it's up there with that whole
top 5.
Stable, top five, yeah.
Hemby. It all starts right there with you, big dog. So
putting him right over the center. You're right, Sean. to that point, putting him right over the center, that is a fucking problem for that center. Every play having that dude right over top of you,
Yeah.
every play, because he's got work, he's making calls, he's supposed to be the one that helping and directing and everybody. No, he's got his hands full. Right in his face. I would put a nose guard over the center all day. If you have a game record like K-Mac, that's the best spot to put him.
And that emotional, I don't know if you guys saw that video after the game. He was emotional with Coach Patricia.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we did it, Coach. Did it. Yeah, he was fired up.
And a lot of times too, just one more thing about being a head up on the center like that. That it takes away a lot of the trap plays.
Mm-hmm.
So when your guards are moving and stuff, when that center can't slide and shift and take the guy that's shooting past the guard when the guard's pulling to kick out.
Yeah.
That center being engaged immediately, those traps, the linemen, I don't know how to explain it. The linemen's movements and their choreographed movements of steps and everything, it gets thrown off.
It blows up. Yeah.
Yes. So keep pushing that center right back at the quarterback.
Right. I'm going Arvell Reese. Seems like a no-brainer. He's going to be spying the bullfighter, and when he's not spying, he's going to be lighting somebody up in the flat, probably a running back. So Arvell Reese, and let's see him a little bit more in these run fits. I was throwing some fits when the linebackers were on a milk carton the last couple of weeks on some running plays. So Arvell Reese, let's keep him involved in that running game and coming off the edge.
Moved around too, off the edge, in the middle, in the gap, right next to K-Mac, shooting the A-gaps.
Right.
That's a problem too. Yeah. But yeah, moving him around, more like Texas Arvell.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we got some comments to get to. Starting off with full-blooded Buckeye, no Connor Stallions, got J.J. McCarthy, that first-round draft pick, not Jim Harbaugh. It's easy to carve up defenses when you know what they're doing.
You may be right. I'm kind of trying to rescind my JJ fanboyness. He might be an absolute bum.
Selling your stock?
At a loss.
Yeah, I'd say. Stephen Cherry says he reposted the stream on X. Thank you, Stephen. Stephen says Ryan Day is goated with that magnificent beatdown of the cheaters up north. You guys agree? Ryan Day is goated. All right.
He did the way he wanted to do it. He just let it happen naturally. We out physicaled him. We ran the ball. We were tougher, which is what Ryan Day always wants to be known as. But we did the right way. We got up big, and then we fucking pounded them, and they knew we were going to pound them.
I mean, you want to go ahead and win the next 4 games. I mean, he's won the last 16,
I'd say,
which is the best run ever. Go ahead and win the next 4 in a row. And,
now only Woody's done more. Then at that level, then it's your building's named after you. You know what I mean? It's Ryan Day Field at the Horseshoe.
And not taking a loss since this Saturday's game a year ago.
Yeah, and even if we lose this game, we're still. I'm sure we're going to be still top 4 seed. I would.
Maybe top 5, but I'll take the 5 seed. That's what I want. That's
the 5 seed actually might be the money hole. You're right. Get that 12 matchup, fucking North Texas or something.
If I'm playing this game, I want the bye. You make me play in this game, I want the bye. You play in this game and have another game, now you're looking at a 17-game season. It's getting to be a bit much, man.
Right. But Ryan Day, the team has been built and trained for this exact scenario. I think they're right on cue. I think they're so in tune with what this team needs, what they need when they need it.
Right, you got to peak at this time.
And we adapt. We adapt to whatever rules, whatever shit gets thrown at us. I think our coaching staff and our program adapts to
it'll all be on what
circumstances better than
it'll
most.
all be on that O line. If they fall apart, the run game and Julian fall apart.
All right, Steve Cherry has Bo Jackson. Your table is ready. Unlimited meals for you, sir, on the house. Sounds like 3 things from Bo. Outcast 5 says Michigan needs a total reset. They've allowed Harbaugh to bring so much disrespect to the rivalry with a win at all costs mindset, and more doubling down with his team's behavior in Columbus last season. I couldn't say that better myself. That's exactly how I feel. It comes from the top down. Harbaugh to Sharon Moore, down to the position coaches, down to the players. Outcast 5 says the Ohio State tight ends were mauling and manhandling the LBs and defensive ends. They were. True story.
Yeah, I
Facts.
looked at the
No cap.
snap counts. His next comment, Will Kazmarek was destroying people on the line. He was. He got like he had the most snaps. He had more than Max Clare actually. First time in a while, they said. So they went in. I don't know if he got a lot of those late, but yeah, he had 40 plus snaps.
And the big time fucking catch, man. That was a huge play, huge point in the game too.
Gosh, I thought, that right when it left, I'm like, he overthrew him, and he went up and got that.
Yep. Not great run blocking grades, but I don't know. I'm not worried about it. Back to the comments here. Stephen Cherry says 38-20 Buckeyes over the Hoosiers.
I could see it.
Oh, and we have a bonus pick in case you needed it from Stephen Cherry. Georgia 27-21 over Alabama.
I flipped that for me there.
Yeah.
Steve.
I don't know, man. I'm not sure Bama can beat them again.
They always beat them. The board's 2-0 against them.
Georgia could be had. If Georgia Tech had one more guy that could be a game breaker or be a guy that could make plays against Georgia Tech gave Georgia all they could handle. Their defense is shoddy at best.
They can't throw the ball for shit.
They got Georgia. I mean, I had that game, Bama Georgia. You're right. Bama figures out a way to beat them when they don't think they should, but Georgia's not old Georgia. It's like you got to get past the mindset of, Georgia, sending nine guys in the defense going to pros. No, not anymore.
No.
So
I like Bama.
Okay.
I hope they murder each other and there's fucking 40 guys injured after that game. I don't care. I care less, about that game.
Well, Bama's going to win that game, and then we're going to face Georgia in the Natty.
I want one of those two. I would love to avenge our last loss to either one of those fucking schools. I would love to dog walk Georgia. I would love it.
Let's see. Jeff TZ8FH. Cheater up north, no culture. They are a win at all costs mentality. Cheat. Try to get players to fight after each play. Intimidate the refs. Pathetic example of a proper college football team. Yep.
Michigan, man.
Same things I said.
Preach.
Yep. Jeff says 38-20 or 34-21 Buckeyes.
Everybody with cover.
Yeah. Stephen Cherry says, have Arvell shadow the Heisman fraud. Is that the bullfighter?
Fraud.
Yeah. Full-blooded Buckeye says 35-16 Buckeyes.
I think you got to sprinkle in some field goals there because our biggest gripe is our red zone offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the biggest question at this point. Seeing what the O-line was able to perform like, but like our red zone offense is not. It's not automatic. Yep. We had 7 plays. We had 7 plays on that with unsportsmanlike down there at the goal line, and couldn't get in. Well, see, right. Donaldson got in though. Donaldson did have the touchdown.
Yeah, I feel like he got
those refs had their reviews asked backwards.
Right.
I know.
But still, it shouldn't have taken that many plays.
No.
You know what I mean?
No. They brought in K-Mac at fullback.
Yep.
So
that didn't work.
So I think that's why you got to sprinkle some a tight field goal or something in there because they're a tough defense. I mean, the threat is real with these guys.
Yeah. We got one more comment just came in. Christopher Phillips, 9727, says their own radio people were saying that one of the guys on their team was a backup trying to fight with one of our starters. Wish I could say I'm shocked.
I did see the first time in our game the phantom call or the call of the Michigan player that was flopping. That was solid. That they finally got one of those. I mean, it's embarrassing in basketball, but it is ridiculous in football.
I didn't see that one. I'll have to look it up after we're done here.
Yeah, I should have pulled it in. All right,
Pretty
I got nothing
egregious.
else. Yeah, have you watched an NBA game? Then not egregious.
Yeah. Hey Joe, real quick, just to kind of touch the rest of the weekend, the rest of the games. Texas A&M, no longer a threat level in my book.
No.
Texas without two of their best defensive players showed us that you can fluster and make Marcel Reed be a quarterback. Make him be a quarterback, and you're gonna win. So I don't give. I think Indiana's the biggest threat. I feel way more. I feel confident with us playing anybody, but I feel better us playing anybody in the SEC. I like our chances. Yeah, tenfold
for sure. Yep, I agree.
Let's get a hold of Diego Pavia in the second round.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. Let's see how it shakes out. I will take the bye first round. But if you have to...
Yeah, keep you rested, yes.
But if you have to play, give me the 5 seed. But
home game.
I got nothing else.
Home game in 2. Right.
Yeah. But
hey, Joe, score predictions last week. Who's going to take the title here? I think I'm looking pretty good.
I think I won that.
Oh, of course.
No bullshit.
Why would I ask, Sean? Why would I even ask?
I had 28-10, or I had 28-20, not 10. 28-10 would have won it, but I think I had 28-20.
Yeah, right. I had 27-6.
What I have, Joe?
27-16. Little bit closer. I was close. Just missed by a field goal. All right. Oh, we got one more. Okay. Should we entertain Michigan State talk briefly?
Oh, why not? They lost. They fired the coach. Yeah.
Full-blooded
Buckeye. Fits.
Yeah. Full-blooded Buckeye says, "How do you feel about Pat back in the Big Ten coaching Michigan State?"
Perfect.
I
Make
think
him good. God damn it, we need more talent. We need more good games. He's a good coach.
It's a good try. TBD. You know, I think give him a chance, but is this guy going to adapt? He's been out of football now for a couple years. Doesn't know the NIL, the new structure on how this stuff goes. I think
he's a smart dude, though.
I've always liked the guy. You know, made Northwestern relevant a couple times. I think he won the Big Ten one year with Northwestern, which is ridiculous.
Will he get the NIL commitment from administration? That's my. I mean, that has to be his first question in the interview, just like everybody else.
You can't screw a guy over and say, "Hey, good luck with this, but we're not going to give you the resources."
Right.
And remember, there's 2 huge billionaires that both own NBA teams that hate each other, but they are both big time Michigan State guys. So
yeah,
I'm sure the money will be there. He's got
one former proprietor of HIV.
Solid. Yeah.
He's got money.
And so there's that.
Isn't he still a proprietor of it?
I don't know. No, actually, I think he got cured.
I thought you just live with it.
That's what I would have said.
You can live through anything if Magic made it.
No, I think Pat Fitzgerald is what that program needs. At least they're going to instill some toughness, discipline, some culture, maybe. Fitzgerald won with garbage players, and now he won't have the academic structure, that a Northwestern brings. So
Yep. He's a smart dude. He's gonna get a great staff together probably.
that's the key.
He's gonna come in. He's gonna come into Ohio and recruit the shit out of Ohio.
Right.
He already doesn't like Michigan. So
Sure.
I think it's a. I never when they hired Mel Tucker, I'm like, oh, guy coach under Nick Saban. Of course they hired him. This John Smith guy, I was like, Oregon State, and he's bringing his quarterback. Well, that's why they got him. I didn't think
Who's a bum? I mean,
right.
So I mean, Fitzgerald, please make Michigan State a team again of consequence because we don't have enough of them.
I mean, in this day and age, I don't think Michigan's going to get to the Ohio State, Oregon type of levels on a year in year out basis. But if they can be a 9-3 team,
Iowa,
and make the playoffs once every 4 years,
yeah,
I think that's doable. I mean, that's what I think a program like Michigan State should aim for.
Right.
I mean,
yeah. Take the 3 stars around the Midwest.
Now, if you start doing that,
coach them up.
you do start doing that consistently, okay, then you start aiming a little bit higher. But I mean, baby steps.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they've got a ways to go right now.
He's a good coach, and the Big Ten needs more good coaches. So, good luck, and I hope your offspring are happy with the decision as well.
My daughter will probably be done by the time anything positive happens there, but yeah, there's still hope for the son.
You hope she is, Sean. You hope she is.
Oh, I'm going to be missing this game, by the way, guys. Sorry. I'll be in Japan unless I can find a place in Tokyo at 10 a.m. Sunday morning.
There has to be a Buckeye bar.
Probably not going to be able to watch this one or join you guys next Monday, for that matter.
Have you checked into the Bad Boy streams?
No.
I might consider that.
I've got YouTube TV, but it doesn't work overseas, as it turns out. But if there's a way I can get my VPN on my phone, or maybe I don't have YouTube TV on my laptop. I could probably just install it there. That goes through a VPN, and probably watch it that way on YouTube TV. But
well, Sean, safe travels.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, if you miss us here.
Yep. All right. Well, I got nothing else. So, yeah.
Hey,
we'll see how this week goes.
These fucking guys these seniors and these juniors that are going to pros that we love so much, they got a pair of gold pants now. We got off this fucking.
Well, it ain't over. It ain't over. That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying I'm putting the cherry on top of fucking this past weekend. We're on to Indiana, right?
About time.
But we
just so sick
about
of
fucking time. That's I screamed that in my street. I went on a victory lap down my street, scared the hell out of a bunch of Puerto Ricans. But my flag banner, I'm running like I just won a gold medal for the U.S. Family all here. Just my daughter says to my dad as I'm running out the house, "Oh my God, already? No, yeah, already. Yeah, Caitlin. Yeah, already. Yeah, we're letting the whole neighborhood know we fucking there's a reckoning happen." So,
right.
Salute to the Buckeyes. Unfinished business. But
all right, guys.
Long way to go. All right, we'll talk to you guys later.
Peace.
Go Bucks.
Hey.